You know, I see a need for Merrill Technologies now more than I did probably 2 or 3 years ago. Um, Technology, with where it's gone today and where it's grown, has become such a specialized firm that a lot of the general architects typically like to keep that in-house, which they've traditionally been very good at, and I'm not taking anything away from any architect, they're still good at to a degree, but it's become such a specialized industry that you almost need to have somebody like Merrill Technology. It's almost essential that if you're going to have any large degree of special systems and technology in a project, to have them involved. I think that's been the uphill battle for his industry, is convincing owners and clients of the real need to have somebody of his specialty involved. And I see that changing now. You know, where we were 2 years ago, it was a huge uphill battle, and I think more and more people are warming up to where we are today. But, you know, it brings such a level of comfort, a level of understanding, and a level of expertise in that, in a highly specialized field, that you just almost have to have now. It's almost an essential component. You know, it's real similar to a civil engineer. You know, it's a specialty area where you bring a civil engineer in to do your civil engineering, and I really see technology as being that now as well. Well, first off, the Combs High School project was a $43 million ground-up new build project for the G.L. Combs School District. It was 237,000 square feet. The G.L. Combs School District is a very technology-driven district. They believe in smartboard projector screens in every classroom. They believe in computers, laptops, those types of systems to be implemented, as well as they're on the leading edge of security, both camera as well as access points and other systems. It was very valuable to have Merrill Technologies architects to come in and to do the special systems design. Traditionally, that's done through an architectural firm, which, while it has its merits and its benefits, it's certainly better to bring a specialist in that fully understands the scope and the overall picture of the special systems. One thing that Alan brought to the table was a unique amount of experience. He was current on all of the latest and greatest in terms of technology, and he is very well versed in all the different special systems out there, from intercom to fire alarm to voice data network, cabling to data systems to you know, a wide range of those, to the various camera systems or CCTV systems in reference to Palco, Panasonic, and those things. One of the things that Alan brought to the table that really worked well in this project was his attentiveness. He was always there at every meeting that we had. He was always there with the tasks that he needed to have completed. He brought a wealth of knowledge. He listened to the concerns of the groups and to the different value engineering options that may have been presented, or the different options of doing things, and he always was able to comment in a way that if he supported it, he supported it, but if he had some concern with it, he always explained that concern in an appropriate manner and in a way that allowed the owner, the ultimate decision maker, to form an educated decision on what direction to take, which was really well. From the perspective of his documents, they were well coordinated with the other trades on the job in terms of the electrician and you know, structural architectural details in terms of placement of data drops or placement of speakers in the reflective ceilings, or those types of issues. His documents were very clear and concise, and allowed during the bidding process and the subsequent buying out of the project with the subcontractor to perform the work. The benefit of that was endless. You know, typically in the special systems world, at least what we sometimes see is a parts list from a vendor wanting to put in a various system for you, and we have no way of checking that back and forth. Alan's documents were to the level and to the degree that took away all that guessing work. It was pretty straightforward, pretty well explained, and pretty well detailed out as to what needed to take place, where, how, when, and why. So that effort and that time and that level of detail on the front end made getting budgets in place, made bidding the project, and made going into a contract with a subcontractor very easy and very worry-free from our perspective. Once we started construction, Alan was always there to administer his portion of the work in terms of answering RFIs, providing input, coming out to the field, doing site surveys of the progress of the project. He came out and viewed all of the conduits before we poured the concrete floors back. He viewed all the conduits before we began doing the IDF room placements or MDF room placements. He witnessed all of the structural cabling as we went through the building. He witnessed all of the building out of the IDF and MDF rooms in terms of rack placement and coordination of the various systems that go in those rooms. And then, you know, he was there for the commissioning. He walked through and actually physically went through every system with our subcontractor as well as ourselves to make sure that they were operating the way designed, that things were in the right place and all of that. Immensely worthwhile to have consultants such as Alan be part of the process. It took a lot of the guessing games out, a lot of the conflict that sometimes arises wasn't there because of the work that Alan and his group did for us.